What's up, guys? Welcome back to El Merengue Culé. Today we're here for the Real Madrid versus Getafe game. It's a very important one. Real Madrid took their first tie, dropped their first points of the season last week, and it's imperative that we don't do so again because next game in La Liga is against the main rivals, Barcelona. We're going to be going into Getafe without Benzema, who appears to be maybe slightly injured. He played 180 minutes coming off an injury, and don't think that was probably the smartest thing. So he's not going to be in the starting lineup. And also Thibaut Courtois, who's still out, but should be back for El Clásico. Without further ado, guys, I'll see y'all at the end. Alright, guys, we're back from that first half. A few key things that I've been noticing in this Real Madrid team over the past couple games is that they're starting out the games very intense with a lot of intensity, which is it's good to see. Sometimes they would come out asleep in previous seasons, so that's good to see them coming out with the good intensity. That intensity is usually lasting about 10 to 15 minutes, which was also seen today. Another thing that I've been continuously seeing on the team is their ball movement. They're moving the ball really well. I see players making runs off the ball and honestly creating a lot of chances, which is really nice to see. Once again, when I compare it to previous seasons, when I feel like I would watch games and they would get really stale and we would be depending on a corner kick or on a goal from Benzema. Ironically, though, this game we're currently up 1-0, and ironically, our goal did come from a corner kick. Because once again, our finishing is pretty off. So we're getting to that final third and we're finishing the play, but we're usually either hitting it off over the goal or straight to the goalie. The Militao goal came in minute 3 off the corner, as I mentioned a couple seconds ago. And it was a goal that obviously perfect for Real Madrid to start the game out winning essentially from the first 5 minutes. And it really destabilized Getafe. You know, they had all these teams, they come out here, they have a game plan against, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, the bigger teams, to kind of weather the storm for the beginning minutes, but a goal conceded so early on really just affects your whole game plan. And that's exactly what happened to Getafe. They looked kind of out of it, and it took them a while, and now combined with the intensity from Madrid, I think Madrid could have picked up that second goal, and I'm a bit frustrated that they didn't, because this is once again the classic game that, just like Osasuna, we went into halftime winning 1-0, and what happened? The team kind of, fell asleep a little bit in the second half. They didn't create enough chances. They didn't score a second goal. And boom, Osasuna tied it up and nothing else they could do. Carvajal had one moment where he kind of froze and Getafe could have tied it. But other than that, that was really the only dangerous chance that Getafe created this first half. So going into the second half, we're going to need a lot. We're going to need to be clinical. We're going to need to create a couple more chances, and someone is going to have to be clinical, put it in the back of the goal, and then we'll be ready for El Clásico. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in that second half. Oh, man. All right, guys, that concludes the game. We pull off a 1-0 victory. Probably the most boring but easy win that we've had this season. Honestly, Getafe barely came close to anything. Towards the very end, actually, there was a little play in which Getafe was, it was like 2 minutes left. They were in the box, and then Jané gets the ball, and then he gets taken down by Carvajal. There was little contact there, but it literally just kind of looked like Jané was waiting to get touched anywhere, just so he could just drop on the ground and try to get a penalty. Guys, honestly, aside from that, there was almost nothing else that happened in the second half. It was, like I was saying earlier, it was probably one of the most boring games I've watched Madrid play in a while. They didn't play bad, but they didn't play good. It was just kind of like the whole midfield was in first gear, just kind of sleepy. They just kind of went out there to see, if Getafe proposed anything, then they would maybe react. But since Getafe wasn't proposing anything, Madrid was just kind of knocking the ball around, not really trying to score more. Rodrigo actually did score a goal minute 56. However, it was counted offsides, rightfully so. The ball bounced off of Valverde right before getting to Rodrigo, who then chipped the goalie for the 2-0. And then literally from that point on, I yawned probably more than they passed the ball. I don't know. It was just not much happening, as I was saying. But anyways, let's talk a little bit more about individual performances. Vini continues to be kind of one of our top players, even though in general, though, the squad did not play very well. He still, attempted A couple shots, couple dribbles here, not as much as usual. Rodrigo up at striker was interesting. I feel like he did help with the movement of the ball. However, he still lacks the experience and the reference that Benzema provides the team. His shots were kind of off too. Valverde, you can tell that Ancelotti tells him every practice, like, take your shots. And he's really been working at it because it literally feels like every game now, the moment Valverde gets anywhere near the goal, whether he's outside the box or inside the box, he just strikes it so violently too. It's hard for the goalies, and the striker, whoever the striker is, needs to be ready to crash, because a lot of times these goalies are just parrying the ball away for one of our strikers to just tap it in. So that's going to be something that they have to work on. In the midfield, it kind of felt like Camavinga has been having not just an off game, but an off season. I don't know what it is about him. He's just really not providing that much to the game. He gets the ball. He doesn't necessarily mess up, but he's also not really providing much to the team. Luka Modric, on the other hand, he did get an assist, and he was really active throughout most of the game, kind of knocking the ball around, trying to get through balls, vertical passes in. But like I said, nothing was successful. Tchouaméni, an okay game. Wouldn't really, say much more about that. Militao obviously got the goal, and the defense as a whole was pretty solid, I would say. Rudiger, nothing bad about him. Did a good job. Carvajal, other than that one play where he fell asleep, not bad. And then Alaba, solid as usual. Lunin gets his first clean sheet of his career, and actually Real Madrid gets their first clean sheet of the season. It took us 8 games to finally get a clean sheet, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the starting defense against Barcelona in El Clásico. Probably midweek, Mendy will get some minutes, so that way we can rest either Alaba or Militao or something. I think one of those two needs to rest. I think Rudiger's fine. He's been playing. He hasn't played that much, so he can get a couple more minutes under his belt. And Toni Kroos didn't play, so that's good that he got to rest a little bit more. So overall, I like that Ancelotti's rotating players, which is, if you guys remember, a season or two ago was something that I always got mad about. It was always the same starting lineup, and this time it's not. So I'm going to actually acknowledge it and compliment him for it. With that being said, guys, we got the win, which is ultimately what we needed. The 3 points going into a Clásico with just that one tie. Let's see if Barcelona wins their game. It's a tough, tricky and tough. Wow, it's a tough one, a tricky one against Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo, who actually just beat Real Betis last week, who was in 4th place. So it's not going to be an easy game for Barcelona. I'm hoping that this could be one that they drop points, but at the same time, going into a Clásico, tied in points would make it all that much more epic. So guys, let me know down below what you thought about this game. If you watched it, who you thought your man of the match was. I'm pretty sure most people can probably agree that it was Militao after he got the goal. No one else really did much. I did like Modric's performance overall, though. With that being said, guys, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, turn the notification bell on, and as always, I'll see you later.